Hello ladies, welcome to my channel. My name is Alina. Today we're gonna talk about first trimester of my pregnancy. I'm 36 years old and it's my first pregnancy. So let's start from beginning. 1 week before my period was late, I felt sadness. The whole week I felt sad and very low energy. And then that I remember for sure. Then 2 weeks after I found out that I'm pregnant, I noticed that I felt like I'm having a period, like a second or third day. That kind of feelings I had in my lower abdomen. So I'm just looking at my Notion notes. I felt like I'm having a period, seriously, but I didn't have a period. I felt bloated, which I don't have every month usually when I have period. Sometimes I felt very tired, like very noticeably tired and sleepy, which was unusual for me during period. I don't have that. So I was already pregnant at that time. And then I started peeing a little bit more often. Also, what I was monitoring, I was trying to monitor with my Inito stripes. The Inito stripes, by the way, helped me. I think they helped me to get pregnant, but it's gonna be a separate video on my channel about it. So anyway, with Inito stripes, I was trying to monitor my progesterone levels because you can monitor progesterone metabolites in there via urine, right? Via the stripes. So they kind of dropped. They were like fluctuating. At some point, they were in the first couple weeks, I think. They reached 35 and then they dropped to 5, and it was like fluctuating a little bit up and down, but the maximum was 35. And then I told about it to my midwife and OB/GYN team. I scheduled my appointment. I think they scheduled it for like a week 9 or 8. And so I was just texting them in a portal. So they prescribed me for 1 month to take vaginally Prometrium, 200 milligrams at night for 1 month. So this is what I did. And then, on a week 10, now I wrote down, on a week 10, I had my first appointment, the pregnancy appointment, prenatal, and then first ultrasound. Everything went well. They gave me a book. But since it was a week 10, so it was funny, they gave me this Gynecology Association book that I guess maybe every expecting mother gets in US. And then my midwife told me that before Googling anything, read this book. I'm like, too late already, right? So I started having different kind of fears all of a sudden. Like, oh my God, what's going on in the world? Like watching news was hard for me, so I stopped doing that, stopped reading news, which I didn't read a lot before because it's all overwhelming, but that was like very heightened, that fear. And then I started having just like those fears about safety of my future child, about drug problem, about crime, rising problems and all of that. And then of course I thought about that chromosomal abnormalities, all kinds of fears. I think you understand me if you have gone through pregnancy. So my advice to check if you're taking any medicines, first of all, check with your midwife and OB/GYN if it's safe to take or you should stop. Of course, you should be aware by now that even before pregnancy, if it's planned pregnancy, of course, and especially during pregnancy, you should not take any high doses of vitamin A/retinol products in the skincare. It's extremely important, because it might cause, in a lot of cases, abnormalities that might even lead to miscarriage or abortion. So that's very important. And then of course check all the supplements that you're taking regularly, because some of them you might want to stop. For example, I'll give you an example. I was taking enzymes with my food. It just helps to break down, fats and carbs and protein, and the body absorbs it better. So I was taking that for quite a while. And again, about the supplements, I'm gonna have a separate video. The supplements that I've been taking before to get pregnant, my husband was taking, and what I'm taking during pregnancy. But anyway, so those supplements, for example, I found out that my enzyme complex, they have bromelain, papain, and then what else? Betaine, chlorpepsine, and they're very questionable. So a lot of data says that, research says that you should not take it if you're pregnant, those components. So I completely stopped and switched to the very simple enzyme supplement. What else? What kind of symptoms I had? I had food aversions. It started maybe in week 3 or something like that, maybe second week. I couldn't eat meat, fish, especially chicken. Chicken was just a big no-no, but I still was craving sushi, raw fish. I would love to eat ceviche, I remember, but I stopped myself from eating raw fish. I was still eating sushi rolls because I love sushi rolls, but with the cooked food protein, like for example, cooked shrimps and then cooked crab. And then cooked unagi, which is still awesome that I can do it. And then, so in general, what I was able to eat, I didn't even eat much vegetables. I don't know why I didn't want them. I just wanted really badly fruits, nuts, yogurt, which yogurt I didn't consume a lot before pregnancy because I was trying to limit my milk products intake. And then and I switched from plant-based milk in my coffee and tea to the real milk I just really wanted. So cottage cheese I started eating, and I was hungry all the time. It caused me a lot of headache, kind of headache-ish. So it was really hard for almost first trimester. I think that till week 9 I had food aversions. So I was trying to eat protein and healthier food. I mean, fruits and nuts and milk products are healthy, but I felt like I'm really lacking protein, and I was hungry because of that. So yeah, and besides that, I was able eat comfort food like pasta, something neutral, something with flour, something baked, like pasta, pizza, sushi rolls, some rice with something. I was doing fine with that. And then I was eating kind of small portions, so it was opposite of that schedule was opposite of the schedule that I used to have before pregnancy. Before pregnancy, I was trying to eat 3 times a day and good portion of the protein each time. I was going to the gym, and then because I was having such a sleepy, I was sleepy all the time. I was tired all the time from nothing. I was basically couch potatoing, and I couldn't really go to the gym. I went few times, I remember, but it would make me so tired. So, and then the interesting thing happened to me at night. When I was trying to pee, I felt like, for the first time ever, I felt like I had to push urine. Like, I had this urge to pee. I felt my bladder is full, but I didn't have like a very good flow of the urine, which was very weird to me, and it disappeared like in the second trimester. That symptom disappeared. So on my first appointment with midwife, I'm just telling you a little bit experience of first appointment, so you know if you never had pregnancy and you live in the US. So I chose to be with midwife team because I'm pro natural birth without any interventions. Hopefully my dream will come true and it will go by my plan, but I know it doesn't happen all the time, unfortunately, but I'm really hoping and planning. And I know that statistically there are less interventions happen with midwives rather than regular OB-GYNs. So even though I'm kind of considered like a high risk because the pregnancy after 35 years old, but thankfully I don't have any conditions. I've tried to watch my health before pregnancy, prepare myself with diet, sports, fitness, supplements, and I felt great. So they gave us, this printout of the ultrasound, and then my first appointment was pretty long. It was like 45 minutes. And then, so yeah, they gave us a book, they gave us some printouts, even like a birth plan, I believe. It was like a printout that you can fill out your birth plan, which was very nice. Yeah, everything was amazing. I went there with my husband, and it was like a very interesting, memorable moment, I would say. I went to downstairs lab to give a blood, so they just checked like very basic blood tests. They did the blood tests. I can write down now here what exactly they checked. And then also on week 10, I had the genetic tests, Natera Panorama. That's like a brand company that does that. So they work with my insurance, they work with my midwife office, so I did that. A couple days later, they sent me a notification, that Natera company, that my out-of-pocket would be approximately $260. So I approved first, because they would not run the test unless if I approve. And then they gave me about 2 weeks to get the test results, but I received them earlier. So the Natera Panorama tests, genetic tests, checks for certain chromosomal abnormalities. So again, I'm gonna write down what exactly, but they're like Down syndrome is included also. And then also, if you want, you can just they ask you if you want to know the gender, so you're able to find out the gender, which we did. It's a girl. On week 11, I had this symptom that many pregnant women have, I think. That is very scary, because you think about miscarriage at that moment. So I had some blood. So I went to restroom. I found out after wiping, I peed, and I saw some blood, like a red, bright blood on a tissue. And then I put like my liner there on my panties, just a everyday liner. And then I think during 1 hour, that liner filled up like 60% with the bright red blood. But I didn't have any other symptoms, like no cramping, no pain, just blood. And then it was like, and after that it became like a watery pink fluid discharge. So during that hour, I was already I was trying to reach my midwife team, but they were very busy, so I had to wait like, I don't know, good 15 minutes maybe, wait for them to talk. And then in 3 hours, I was able to be at the midwife at the clinic. So they did the ultrasound quickly just to check if everything is okay. Everything was good, great. I did like some tests, like they asked me to put some vaginal tests for the infection, and that came back also good, so no infections. So it was just like this thing that sometimes happens. And then also, last symptom that I had in my first trimester, it was just like a light stuffiness of the nose. So, and it started pretty early, almost immediately, and I felt it first time at night. So I felt like I have like a little bit of stuffy nose, and then it just continues. I'm in the middle of second trimester right now, and I'm gonna make a separate video about my symptoms and what I'm going through, how I'm handling. So yeah, I'm still having that light stiffness of the nose, which doesn't prevent me to breathe that much. I just have like, just like some boogers in the morning, sorry, from breathing. And then I have to just blow my nose quite often during the day. That's it for this video about first trimester. Overall, yeah, very important. I didn't have any nausea. I threw up even once during the first trimester, and I think that contributed, that happened because I was taking certain supplements before pregnancy, and immediately when I found out about the pregnancy, and that is going to be in a separate video. So stay tuned, subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.